For you to know how wicked Nigerian government is, 2 days after Sabalo, an indigenous of very popular social media content creator and influencer from Agbaroto in Delta State, called out the state government of Governor Sheriff Oboriwori, and of course all of us joined our voices. The light that they have not seen for several years was switched on. As I talk to you now, the people now have light. So you see the wickedness of a government. The wickedness. So you had all of that put in place, but you ignore. So you can sit somewhere and not worry about how a people are faring. But merely you. So you see the problem of government, and that's what we must use our voices. I am asking Sheriff, when are you going to answer the Ozoro people of Isoko North local government? When are you going to answer them? They have been laying the golden egg for several years. Over 20 oil wells in one community. They have contributed massively in the development of Delta State and even in Nigeria as a whole. 13% oil derivation. They have been sacrificing. You are drilling oil from their land, but the place doesn't look like where, even if there is an atom of mineral resources, as it were, in that community. Ozoro people have been suffering in the hands of successive Delta government because they are minority. Una they use them, they play. Governor Sheriff, go and answer Ozoro. Because people like say you don't like yourself. Now, they don't call you come out now. You don't rush, go on light to Agbaroto. Ozoro will not get light for several years now. They say there are some parts in Ozoro where pole never even reach. Is in the last 6 months, the 70-80% of the area, they never even see light for her. No good roads, no quality healthcare facility. At least when you are drilling oil from people's land, you will at least give them access to quality healthcare. What do Ozoro do? What do Ozoro? And they say they vote for you, they voted for you, they have been voting successively for the PDP government. From Ibori to Duaga to Okowa in Idorish Otona, you have continued the style of impoverishment. Okowa now is priding himself that he turned the polytechnic and transformed it to university. That was all. Go and answer them. They have done nothing to deserve what they are facing in your hand. They have done nothing. If not for anything, for the fact that that particular community is a very, very strategic, strong community to the development of Delta State. If not be wickedness, how do you punish a people to that point? If not be wickedness, how would you punish a people to that level, to that point? See, something needs to be done. Ozoro deserves better. There are some communities where be say now 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 oil wells they get, yet they are shining. You see government presence in every, not be saying at school now, not be healthcare, not be roads, not be infrastructures, not be even appointment of the people, key individuals in the community. Make they see go try, they government, make their voices for their head. These guys have been, as in, how do you, see, and with the complaint of margin, how do you marginalize the community to this point where you seize them of everything they deserve? You seize them, you bottle them to a corner. Now the community doesn't have a voice. They cannot decide their own future. They don't have any say in decision making of what happens to them. And then they are, see, just the way you have answered Agbaroto, whatever you need to do, we want to see what going on there. We want to see what going on in Ozoro. You cannot show to a people that you are responsible. Even if say somebody offend you from there, for example, which of course is not even the case. How will you? Can you Sheriff, can you wake up one day and drive to that community and see for yourself if that people be like people where they under a state where they receive several billions of naira from federal locations and internally generated revenues? If that community, that is a local government area headquarter, Ozoro, Isoko North. Ozoro cannot even compete with its fellow local government area. Not compete with only. But where Ozoro want for compete? Where? Like a glorified village. You know, since one of the year Ozoro, I went there, I came out, and sometimes I say, you know, I say the community they go back. The government of Delta State, This is a clarion call on behalf of Ozoro people, which of course I am part and proud that I was able to have a turning point in my life at some point in my growing years where I still stayed there. And I know how good these people are, how accommodating, how hospitable, how loving. Some of my greatest influences till today in my life, they are from that community. I had access to even the king. There is, it be like say they don't even do Delta State map. Put them back for the state, may you take care of them. There are things to be done in Ozoro. Even roads, the least you can do for a people is to allow them have access to good roads so that they can move on. People cannot access their houses, their farmlands, their sites, their properties, their investment. People are running away. Nobody wants to even go there. Their entities cannot even visit because you cannot. What are you going to waiting? With all of the cost of living, you see why is they cannot even have access to water, access to basic necessities of life. Food, shelter, clothing, basic. Then as a community, roads, infrastructures, electricity, power, water, healthcare, that is what the people are asking for. And the nonsense I'm hearing, oh, community leaders are the one collecting it. If a government, if now vote you want to collect for that community, would you allow community leaders to tell you and say, no, what would you do your own role? But when it reach time for development, you bring all sort of false narrative and deceptive manipulation to tell the people that, oh, if the Ozoro people of Isoko North local government cannot benefit dividends of democracy, who else should, as it were, where they have that numbers of oil wells that are functional and contributing to national development? This not be wickedness. And if you are anywhere, any Ozoro Isoko son or daughter, and you are in government representing any office, any constituency, anywhere, and you have kept quiet in the face of this marginalization, posterity will judge you. You have kept quiet. You are okay. You are eating now. You cannot call your government. You cannot negotiate. You cannot put concert. I believe by now it should be an urgent call to say develop Ozoro at all costs. This is 2025 for Christ's sake. If you not the shame, I the shame on our behalf. How can you look at that glorified village with an area view and say this one has oil wells that is contributing to national development? The state is benefiting from this with the billions coming in every month from federal allocation. And if that kind of community see they exist with all of those attendant rubbish will happen for them, what is working in the community? What? The fact that even the Colon community will vex me. Ozoro is supposed to be a city. People are supposed to relocate from Warri, from Asaba to come and stay there and have a peaceful life. But even goats no go fit stay there, Ozoro. Goats no go fit stay there. Everybody stay there and they force themselves to stay. I went there and I was weeping. Governor Sheriff, fix Ozoro. Fix Ozoro. At least there are other communities in Isoko North that require government presence. But if Ozoro cannot even have facelift, then who else deserves to? Which other community we go talk about?